love it. I think that I like that we didn't have to mortgage the farm and we made a move. And I always say this, I like to negotiate. I will negotiate anything. Okay. Any time
Gotta
of the week.
negotiate.
And everybody feels like they won and everybody feels like they lost. So to me, it was perfect. It's exactly what you needed. Right. And it's like, no one's like, yes, yes, yes. And no one's like, oh man, everyone's like, yes, no, oh, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm still concerned. And let's be honest,
Yeah.
it's because our team has been elite average for so long and we
And
don't
look,
know.
when you dropped that term, clearly my channel loved it. They were like, elite average. They've been running with it. When you said you saw my face lit up, I'm like, yo, it's the perfect way to describe what
Yes.
we are right now. And
We,
yeah, we're spot on with it. But even with the move, we're all kind of feeling like, all right, did we get better?
yeah,
Did we get worse?
we don't
Are we
know.
kind of the same? It's like, I
That's
don't
what
know.
makes it great. I think that is it.
I love it, love it, love it. Shout out everybody. Y'all know what time it is, but we got a little crossover action going on today. Arthur Motes, of course, we got the really flawed football host,
I'm here.
Tanisha, joining us. Let's get it. Like you said, man, anytime you've popped up over here now, whenever I stream without you, they're like, is Tanisha on today? Where
I
Tanisha gonna
know.
be at?
I
When she
saw
pop back
that.
on, man.
I saw, I saw that. You're like, calm down. She'll be here.
Like,
Um,
I promise.
I love that. It is football week. It is
Yeah.
NFL football week. Like it's time. It is time. Like I hope we're not still elite average, but it is time.
Look, it's been a long time coming, but I will say this, between these little appetizers that we've had between week 0 and week 1 of college football, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm like, Sunday is here. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Yeah, I cannot wait. You know what's funny? Well, obviously for me, my life gets absolutely crazy, and I don't remember what time it is, what time I went to bed, or anything because it just gets crazy. And I live for it. Like I feel like
Absolutely.
I'm on go. Like anytime anybody reaching out, I'm like, what day? I'll put it on my calendar. Like I'm like I'm like fired up. I'm like, we're talking about Steelers. My team play you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Book it. I'm so fired
Absolutely.
up. So yeah, I cannot wait. Like I just we get to see our guys. Anyways,
Lord, right?
I am so excited too because I feel like it's like you wait so long. And I got
Mhm.
college football, but like this is the moment where you're like, oh, everything I've been talking about, everything I've been thinking about, like this is it.
And look, all of the speculation, all of the draft coverage, all of the free agency coverage, who we re-sign and who we don't want to re-sign. Is
Yes.
this coach good? Is this coach not good? It's like we finally get a chance to get answers.
Yes.
Remove the speculation. We're going to get tangible, hard answers starting on Sunday. I am
Yeah.
so excited about it. And I mean, it's dope for us too, because obviously this is going to be our first full year of doing this streaming thing where we're
Yeah.
up here, multiple times throughout the week. And that's going to be fun for me to just, like I said, man, go through the football journey with you
Yeah.
for the first
Oh,
time.
you
I
just
can't wait.
oh,
Oh, I can't wait.
well, you just wait till Sunday around I don't know around 5ish. You, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
can't call it. So I'm excited too because I like all of my thoughts and things. Like I have people that are around me that are Steelers fans, but like they can take it or leave it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm not leaving it. So I'm like, no, I want to talk about it on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Also, maybe Thursday at 7 a.m. if I have a question. Like, so I am so fired up. Like I get to play a game. I don't get to do anything, but I am fired up.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's why we love football. And that's why, I mean, you think about it, your subscribers and your fans, man, obviously on my channel and stuff like that, they do this because they love the game. They're just like us. And I think that's what makes it so cool about the internet. We don't have to feel alone in this thing. All right.
Nope.
We can find other people who just as crazy about the black gold as we
I
are.
love
All
it.
right.
I love
Shout
it.
out to the internet. Shout out to the internet.
I love it.
but
I am here
but
for it.
Absolutely. But before we get too deep into this thing, I got to do the regular housekeeping. Did you have a good Labor Day weekend? You weren't working too hard out there, were you?
Well, I'll be honest. I was
Oh,
working hard.
oh, what we doing? What we
September's always
doing?
rough for me. September's are always rough, obviously being a football fan, but I always plan this certain thing for my like job and then school. So like everything I do kicks off in September. Like nobody's business. So half the time I'm like, what day is this? Right, okay.
Oh
I'm
no.
operating off spreadsheets and notes in my phone. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all I got right now. So I'm like, if you're not on my calendar, it's not happening in September. I'm sorry. It just cannot happen.
She said, "Look, I got a 4-week booking,
I
range right now. All right, we're looking at October 1st, that
yes.
first week of October. That's what we got available right now. All right,
Yes,
but
that's
it's
next
booking
event.
fast. It's booking
Yeah,
fast.
it's
All right."
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link and you can find a time on that calendar. Because right now
Let's
it is
go.
a mess. I know. Right now I'm like, sleep, eat. Make sure you sleep, make sure you eat. So and stay moisturized.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Well,
How
I
are you?
like the plan, so
How
we're
was
gonna
your
stick.
weekend?
Man, weekend was good. For me, man, it started off on Friday. Man, we got a chance to do some high school football, man, calling some of the games up here locally. So that got
That's
my
fun.
beak appetized the right way because I had to get right. Thursday night, my dude TG wasn't the best situation with Norfolk State. So, weekend was good, but it was a ton of football from start to finish. I mean, I felt like I was watching football. Actually, I was watching football all the way to about 11 o'clock last night till there was a dog on the broadcast. If you know, you know. All right. So, yeah, it was a good weekend, though. Definitely a good weekend.
I love it. I
Absolutely.
love it.
But
I love it.
with that being the case, I mean, I think we should go ahead and start tapping into this thing because there's plenty that we have to discuss. I mean, from college football, some of these teams, some of these top ranked teams. The Steelers roster, we actually, officially have that done. So now me and you got to, see if we had anything that stood out to us.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think one of the things that me and you can definitely start doing going forward on Tuesdays, follow these quarterbacks, man, these top prospects, some of the guys that, we're hoping will be our savior come soon. All right. And maybe at the end, we got a little question time for the folks as well. If that sounds good to you.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, y'all already know the drill. Y'all know how we start every single time we up here. Drop it in the comment section where y'all are tuning in from so we can give you a big boy shout out to start today's stream. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button on both channels and subscribe on both channels. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, there we go. There we go. I see the homie Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 559. Little Visalia, Cali out there. Was it 8 a.m. out there on the west side? All right, shout out to them 8 a.m. risers.
I'm so I when I saw that, I was like, is he talking about pumpkin spice?
Oh, it is pumpkin spice season. All right, shout out to all my pumpkin spice drinkers out there. I'm a pumpkin spice latte type of guy myself. All right, shout out to the pumpkin spice season. Yes.
I love that. I love it.
Let's get it. And the homie Rod Doll in the 330 Youngstown, Ohio, Mr. Sherilyn, baby. If you know, you know. Got the homie Shazy 8405 in the 209 Modesto, California. And then let's see. Oh, there we go. Ended with the homie Lifted Ones in the 916 Sacktown, aka Sacramento, California. Always got love for anybody out there on the west side. Let's get it. Oh man, y'all coming in. All right. Hey, look, we ain't gonna let y'all take up too much of me and her talk time today, all right? Because we got plenty we're gonna be getting off our chest today. But I do see you though.
And can I just say, hello, chat. I see you. I see you. Hello. Good morning, chat. Okay. Good morning. You all are awake. You are present. And I see you. So hello.
It took about
chat.
2 minutes into the show. About 2 minutes. I was like, oh, they're here. All right.
I see you. I see you.
They're here today. Yep. There we go. Shout out to Coach Smook Network too. Show us some love as well, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. And then we got the Steel Curtain all the way out in Vegas. Shout out to Thomas Williams, baby. Let's get it. And I will end it with, let's see, this is DeAndre Jones in the 703 Northern VA. Shout out to Nova in the building, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Well, would you like to start with some of the hot stuff that was going on in college football over this past weekend before we just hop into this old roster news? Or do you want to start with the roster first?
Yeah,
ladies
let's
first.
start with my Texas. Let's just start with my Texas Longhorns. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid.
Just get it off.
Let's just, you know what's funny? About at halftime, I thought, oh my gosh, I am watching the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. Like This is what's terrible. When I started watching football, I was all about offense, right? And then you learn the game or whatever.
She said I was all about offense.
Yeah. Now I find myself being a defensive person, but it's because of the Steelers. Like I'm watching the game and I'm like, oh, we're still in this. We're still in this. Because in my mind, we were playing a very Pittsburgh Steelers like game, right? Low scoring, a lot of defense. No one's really moving the ball. Sark made some dumb decisions on fourth down, whatever. But like in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is within reach. And that is so crazy because like that is not usually how I'm a football fan. But I enjoyed seeing Texas go out there and do what I thought they were going to do as far as defense. Defense looked phenomenal. Shout out to them for that. That offense, Coach Sark and Arch Manning need to kind of figure that out. But you know what? It's week one. It's college football. Like you've almost convinced me to like close games more than blowouts.
Let's go.
I will be honest.
Go.
Okay, because I was also watching like LSU and Clemson, and I caught myself going, this isn't that okay. Let me like take this one in. Let me take it in. Let me see it from Moats' perspective. And it wasn't terrible. So I might be persuaded, but I don't know. What did you think? How did you feel this weekend watching college football? We all know how I feel with these quarterbacks. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so we got plenty that we're gonna break down with all of it. For me, as a reason, just to give you more context of why I love those close games, I always talk about why they remember you more in those critical moments, right? You're going to remember the person that had that game-winning touchdown, that game-winning sack, the game-winning interception. I'll leave it at that to stay away from any past traumas, okay? But you remember those moments, right? Because they're close, because it's impactful. But I'm also intrigued to see how people perform under pressure, because I believe that anybody can do it when it's easy. We talk about it, just in terms of behavior. If you know somebody's watching, this when you're supposed to do it, it's super easy. But how do you do it when it's not like that? When you do got to make that tough decision of, should I do this even if I don't all the way feel like that, right? I want to see you perform under that pressure. I want to see you when it's that scrutiny, when all the chips are pushed to the center of that table. Yeah. How do you react? And it was cool to see from Ohio State standpoint, right? Their young quarterback having to step up, make plays, because there was such a drag out defensive performance. I thought both defenses showed that they're elite, from pass rush to tackling to coverage down the grass and not being highly penalized. I was fans of both. I just think the difference to me was with Arch, it just looked like, man, I don't know. I thought early on a little bit of the jitters, and then I thought, man, Stark, I thought he could have gave him a little bit more help with some of the calls. I don't think he was highlighting him in what he does to the best of his abilities. It was kind of like is early on. I got this young guy, don't want to get him in too much trouble. Let me put a lot of training wheels on him. And I get that. But when you start off in Ohio State, you can't come in with that approach. I think you do have to open it up a little bit more. And I thought that was the difference Ohio State wise. It looked like they weren't afraid to cut it loose. And especially in that second half, you saw them play a little bit more freely, a little bit more. We're going to take a chance because, you might make a mistake. But at the same time, what if this play hits? And we saw that theirs hit. And that was the difference. But I thought week one of college football was nice close games, man. I bring up one of your other schools, Colorado, man. I thought that they had a nice game down to the wire with old Georgia Tech. You brought up Texas as your Steelers PTSD. I brought up Colorado. I said, am I watching my man Coach T again? Coach T, call the timeout. Call the timeout, Coach T. Coach T, call the timeout, baby. Call the timeout. You got 2 timeouts left. It's the middle left. Call the daggone timeout. What are we waiting on? Timeout. Bang the timeout. Gotta take a call. Take a timeout. That was me. I'm sitting next to wifey. Wifey's looking at me like, are you all right, babe? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. He's not calling timeout, babe. She's like, I know. I'm just like, yeah, what's this, man? What's this? Oh, I
was livid because I was like, you don't when these coaches don't give their players the chance, but then you want your players to go out there and leave it all on the field. Coach, you leave it all on the field. Yes. Why are you taking 2 timeouts with you?
We saving them.
Oh my God. And you know what's terrible? Like, oh God, now I'm fired up. It was 1 minute and 6 seconds. And as the clock was going, I was like, call a timeout. And I thought I was getting louder and louder. And then it happened again. And I was like, we're just not gonna call a timeout. Like, and then, can I just say something? And like, this is for all the coaches that I support and follow. It really grinds my gears when these coaches get in these press conferences and they don't own it. and they don't say, you know what? I probably could have called a timeout there to calm down my team. I probably could have called a timeout there just to
To
get
just
my
talk it
team
over.
settled. Yeah,
Yeah,
just to make sure we had the right call in.
that's
We
it.
had them to spend. The clock was going down. I could tell my guys were frazzled because I could tell that from home. And it's like, that's what's frustrating to me. Call a freaking timeout. Pat, shoot somebody. Call
Just,
a
just,
timeout.
just, just that. Just we ain't asked for much.
Anyone.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Anyways, that
but that was as I was progressing through it. I was kind of like, outside of that part of it, the PTSD section. Once I got past that, I was like, man, I'm really just appreciating the games being back. We'll
yeah.
talk more about some of these quarterbacks in a little bit, but just all of the games, man. I thought the Miami Notre Dame game was dope. I thought I got a chance to watch the Virginia Tech South Carolina game. That
Good
was really
game.
good.
Yeah.
The game last night, I thought it was going to be good. It started out good. Like the first 5 minutes of the game was good. The first 5 minutes, it was good. And then it got not so good. It got not so good in a hurry. All right. But because I'm a football junkie, I watched it. All right. I'm a guy that watched it in the broadcast. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna watch it. So I watched all of them 48 points we scored and them 14 points by UNC. I watched it. All right. But I like that. That's just me. That's me. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm the weird fan. I
Yeah.
watched it too because Colorado plays TCU.
Okay.
So for
Yeah.
me, you know how I do. Like for me,
I
I'm
see
like,
you.
yeah, I'm like, let me just see what this is, right? Let me see what you look like in a blowout. Let me see who comes in. Let me, just let me like I always say, like every single football game, you can learn something.
Oh,
Let me just
absolutely.
see it. Let me start seeing your tendencies. Let me see who's out there. Let me see if I get familiar with anyone. Let me see if when this game is over in 2 weeks, if I remember number whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I love it. I'm all about it. I am all about it.
No, absolutely. And it looks like we had a super chat that came in surrounding this convo as well. So I'm gonna get that up real quick from the homie Mike Hood. Shout out to you. He says, "Good morning, Mr. Most and really flawed." He even gave you a smiley face. That's crazy. Mike Hood been commenting and following the show for years. He's never sent me a smiley face. I just want to throw it out there. Mike, I feel some type of way. I know it's early. I just feel some type of way, bro. He says, gotta respect the Buckeyes. Texas is a great team, but Ohio State is also a great team. Respect the Buckeye. Salute the goats in the chat. Shout out. And he is a Ohio State fan. So shout out to the homie Mike Hood. But yeah, Mike, I'm just like, yo, where's the smiley face? All these emojis I'm seeing pop up in the chat. Y'all never do all of that. All these hearts, all these like yeah, just never. So, some type of way. Just throw it out there.
I can't.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm not even gonna say anything because every time I say something, the chat, I'm like, you got it. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yep.
yes,
You already
sir.
know. All good. But with that though, just before we, like I said, man, tap into some of the roster stuff. With some of these quarterbacks though that we did get a chance to see this week, because obviously this has been the talk and it's going to be the talk all of college football season, right? How big and how robust this quarterback draft prospect class is going to be next year. And obviously we're going to be one of those teams heavily mentioned in that market.
Mm-hmm.
So based on the guys that you saw this week, who did you watch? Anybody stand out to you? Just some of your thoughts on some of the top guys.
Yeah. So I like Lenore Sellers. I
Mm-hmm.
think he looks good. I think he looks confident. I think he looks strong. I think he looks physical. I like it. Now obviously need to see him play competition right throughout the season, but I like where he was at. I didn't watch the guys who were like not really playing anyone because I'm like
Same.
I expect them to look phenomenal. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
just I'll let him go. And then everybody else, I will be honest, nobody else that is coming out this year, I was really like, yeah, go get
Mm-hmm.
them. I was just kind of like, okay, note to self. Okay, because even like seeing Carson Beck in Miami, I mean, I have a lot of different thoughts about Carson Beck, but I want to see Carson Beck as he progresses through the year to see what he looks like week 3, week 7,
I
week
like that.
10.
Okay.
And so I don't, and nobody for me made me go, okay, the Steelers need to be on the board with him. Like that's our guy. But Sellers stood out to me as somebody that I thought, okay, let's just see what he's going to do. But again, like there's so many guys right now, but a lot of them played like University of where? Where is
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of how I felt. What about you? What did you think watching him play?
Yeah. So shout out to you. And I like the fact that we are already on the same page. First name I had on my list was Lenore Sellers. That was the one I got to watch. For me, I agree. Everything that you said, spot on. I thought that the thing that kind of stood out to me a little bit more, though, clutch playmaking.
Mm,
End of the game, fourth quarter is still tight. That pass rush had been getting to him throughout the game. We
hmm
know our offensive line at times hasn't always been the best, but his ability to not just stand in there, be tough, but also when it was time to make a play, he put that foot down and he can get up out of there, but also
Yeah.
showing he can make plays with his arm as well. Those are the things to me that really like made me say, okay, we're going to really watch him a lot
hmm
more because that type of stuff I do think translates to this level, right? We talk about some of the stuff where it's like spread and it's more gimmicky, more college success.
I don't care
I'm
about
like,
that.
man, that's not necessarily going to work at this
Yes.
level. But what he was doing, to me, that will translate. So I was excited about what I saw with him. Arch, obviously, that's the big name because everybody's been talking about him. I just thought, like I said, man, looked a little young. I didn't think that the play calling really highlighted what he could do.
Nope.
And looked like a little bit of first game jitters. Obviously, saw him dirt the first was the third down drain. I was like, hey, bro, whoa, what was
you know, you know what's funny? Did you notice the commentators go, "Oh,"
that?
just like maybe, maybe with his first throw.
I was like, oh, I say, okay, he a little nervous. He a little nervous. That's all that was. Because yeah, that's just a little casual. I'm like, hey, bro, you gotta make that one now. That reminded me though.
That's
And
funny.
it was like when we would first look at Kenny Pick when he came, and it was like you see him just miss some of those routine things. It was like
Mhm.
those just jitters. That's just
Yeah.
not being all the way comfortable just yet because you've made that throw 1,000 times, man. We know
Yeah.
Arch can make that throw in his sleep, but we're like, you
Seriously.
in the dirt and you like nobody around you, him, nothing, and you just wow, all right,
And the next play, Stark was like, "Run play." Okay, so we're gonna
yeah,
run it to the left.
yeah.
Like
We're
we
not
can't do that
we're not
anymore.
playing this game right now. Yeah. So that
Yeah.
was kind of my thoughts on Arch, man. I just thought that he just looked a little bit young. Didn't get a chance to see the LSU game, man. So I missed Garrett.
Oh, Garrett,
Garrett
that's
was
not.
my
But
yeah.
yeah, you would have
Him and Cade,
appreciated
yeah.
him in the
That's what
clutch
I heard.
because he
That's what I
came through.
heard.
He did, and you
Yeah.
know what? I should have mentioned him. Oh gosh, you know what? I
What
guess
you got?
I mean he's all right. Let's just. I need some time.
Yeah.
I need some time because I also think I don't know what the Steelers. I don't know what we are. I think so. It's
Okay.
hard for me to kind of say like you know what I mean? Like he
Mm-hmm.
might be a great quarterback, he doesn't work for us. And
Right.
so I caught myself kind of watching and going, okay, I'm storing this to memory, storing this to memory, storing this to
Yeah.
memory. And then when I see the Steelers this week, I might kind of be like, oh, like, oh,
Does
we
this
we
fit?
kind of
Can that fit in
yeah.
this?
Do we
Yeah.
need a Joe Burrow style, or do we
Right.
need a lot? No one's going to be Lamar Jackson, but like
Right.
somebody that can, move the sticks
Mm-hmm.
with their legs. No one's going to be Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson. So, anyways, I just and whatever Cleveland has going on, I don't whatever that is. So, listen, it's football week, so that's why we're not talking about Cleveland anymore. They
Heck
just
yeah.
are who
Heck
they
yeah.
are.
They are who they are. And look, and if Shador isn't in the lineup, we don't even want to talk about him at
We
all.
don't
We don't
even
even
care.
think about him. It's like, yo,
We don't
afterthought, man. We will see y'all when y'all are on the schedule that week. All right. Other than
Yeah,
that, just yeah, y'all don't exist right now.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm glad you brought up Carson Beck. Also, he was one of the ones that I was a little bit interested to see, just because obviously first game, new program, going against Notre Dame. We know how it was for him at Georgia with all the
hmm
expectations, and then even how last season went for him at Georgia and
Right.
everything, right? But I thought he looked poised. I thought that, he really was in command. I thought of all the quarterbacks this week, I thought he looked the most like just veteran of the group. Like when you talk about
Yeah,
just like the moxie of a pro quarterback, he gave me that. It wasn't in terms of the ability. It wasn't like he made all these special plays, but he made plays when he had to make plays. But I thought just as a whole, his ability to manage the game, and even when Notre Dame at the
exactly.
end started coming back, he was still that common presence. All of those things matter when you're playing quarterback. Some people just
Yeah.
get enamored with, can he run? Can he throw? It's like leadership matters as well. Can you look these
hmm
guys in their eyes and calm them down when it's getting a little wacky? They had a couple 3-and-outs, and it's like, whoa, what's happening? But then you see him, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
That type of stuff to me translates. Those are some of the things that is like, all right, good performance week 1, and at least first Notre Dame. I'm like, quality opponent, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how quality, but at least on paper, quality opponent, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are some of the things that, like I said, that I like. Those are some of the quarterbacks that stood out. Like I said, next week I do want to see my man from Clemson as well, man. Was it Cade Klubnik? Want to check him out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is too, and a lot of people, again, you know me, I like the little weird
Mhm.
things of football. Carson Beck, I want to see how he improves throughout the season, because that's my knock on
Yeah.
him, is that I don't see him improve. I see him stay the
Yeah.
same week 1 and he stays the same the whole season.
Mhm.
But when he cried at the end of that game, I thought to myself,
Mhm.
this matters to him.
Mhm.
And I know a lot of people, because we live in a society where men aren't supposed to cry, like saw that as like, oh my God, my quarterback's crying. Like he's so, but
Well,
to me,
you saw how they got on Caleb Williams. He cried in his
I
mama's
know.
arms.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, crying in your mama's arms versus crying in a press
Oh,
conference,
that's
like
crazy.
the man came off the field to go jump in the stands to go cry in his mom's arms. Like that's not the same. But I hear you.
What's that?
But I think that sometimes, and you probably know this, like being a professional athlete playing in the game, there's some guys who just love the sport. And when you love the sport, that means you're going to wake up early, you're going to do the extra, you're going to throw the extra, like you almost fall in love with it. And you only feel that emotion if you love something. And that crying meant more to me than anything he did in the game.
No,
and so for
absolutely.
me, I was kind of like, okay, I have my things about Carson Beck, right? Do I think he has a potential? Absolutely. But when he cried in a win, right? In a loss, stop crying. Like, get over it. You lost. You
Yeah,
didn't play
yeah.
well. But when you cry in a win, that lets me know that you cared about this. You gave it everything you had. You really wanted to win this. You showed up and it hit you. And I loved that. Like, I think that's an undervalued thing in athletes when they cry in a win. And you can see him kind of go like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. But like, I loved
Yes.
that. So I just want to call that out there. I
Shout out
really
to you
liked
for
it.
that though. No, that's real. And it's also good to hear people support the athletes that do express their emotions that way, because not enough people support that. Most people, take the opposite approach, and that's why dudes are as they are, right? But
Right.
when you think about the amount of scrutiny that Carson Beck received, like I said, at Georgia, and then the transfer decision to go to Miami, it was him taking the money. You ain't really trying to compete no more. We know Georgia's where you go for national championships. Miami was where you go to party at.
Exactly.
So, for him to do that, and everything that kind of took place prior to the season as well, was like, man, it just shows to me. I thought that it was like that feeling of, man, I've been busting my tail. I've been making sacrifices. I've been quiet while y'all have been talking.
Yes.
And now I finally got my chance to like show you. And now it's like that validation. And honestly, from an athlete's perspective, that is one of the best feelings when you're talking about victory tears. Oh, them tears of joys. Them tears when you like, oh yeah, the mission was hard, but it's complete. We did that. Now he has a new mission coming up, right? New week, every week is a new test. But that first one, that's the one that you've had circled on your calendar since you decided to go to that school, and they released the schedule back in June, maybe May time frame, right?
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, all of those feelings come to surface. But like you said, it was really good to see him show that level of commitment and that passion, because that's what it takes to make it to this level, the NFL level. And not just make it, because some guys, their only goal is to just make it to the league. But if your goal is to not just make it, but you want to actually have a career at this thing, be one of the best, you have to have that level of passion. You have to have that feeling where it's like, man, I'm willing to sacrifice a lot. Yes. Like, we'll go down that list of, would you miss this for that? Yes. Would you do it for that? Yes. Would you do it for that? Yes. And it gets crazy at times when you start looking at that list, but it's like, if you don't have that level of passion, that level of almost like obsession for it, it is so hard to be good. Not even great, just be good at it, because there's that many people out there that are that talented that do have that feeling. So shout out to Carson Beck, man. Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And I always tell people, we look at athletes and we forget they're people. But I always say, like, I can think of moments in my life where I cried because I was so happy for myself. And we look at the emotion the wrong way sometimes. And it's like, if you've ever achieved anything that you've been wanting to achieve forever, and you achieve the thing, it makes you emotional. And I don't know. Like I said, like, we'll see how he progresses. Because again, like I said, my knock on him sometimes is like, he is what he is, and I never see him kind of improving on that. And once people see who he is, they play to who he is, and it kind of limits his ability. Again, another thing, he has another year to get better, right? He can get better throughout the season. And if he does that, hey, I want to see it. I want to see it. So that's where I'm
You
at with
never
that.
know. I could dig that. I like it. I like it. Well, shoot, man. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying what we on today. And if y'all are, don't forget to hit that like button. One, time for the culture, and subscribe to both channels as well. I like it. I like it. All right. All right. Well, before we get all the way into the roster element of it, in terms of the 53 and stuff like that, practice squad included, there was some new money that got spent this weekend. I don't know if you've seen that. So some new money out here in the world. Shout out to Jalen Warren. All right, the Jalen Warrens of the world walk around with that big bag on him now. But did want to get your thoughts though on Jalen Warren's contract extension. I don't know how we want to word it. I guess it's 2 years added on to the 1 year that he still technically had. So it's not a 3 year, but it's basically 3 more years, up to $17.5 million, $12 million guaranteed. He'll get $7 million in 2025. Then he'll get a nice boost in 2026 and then so forth for that final year. But he'll be under contract until 2027. So how we feeling about Jalen Warren getting the bag?
Yeah, and I like that the Steelers took care of it early. Don't make it a thing. Just take care of him, check it off, let's move on. Like, I keep saying this, and I've said this all offseason. I think the Steelers are trying to gear up to do something because they need a wide receiver too. And I think there's some times where you have to kind of tie loose ends. It's almost like building the foundation of stuff before you can go out and do the thing. And if they're not, that's fine. But like, sign them early. Let's check it off. And let's just keep on moving. I like it. I like it for him. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And I have nothing but praise for him. And shout out to him for being undrafted, by the way. By the way, undrafted. Like undrafted, new contract, Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out to him. Like shout out to everyone who is just grinding it out. And you just make it. And so like shout out to him for that.
No, absolutely. I mean, you think about it. This dude, 2 community college, or is it junior college, small school. Then he finally, gets a chance to go out to, was it Utah State, I think it was. And then from there, it's like, sheesh, undrafted. While Najee is here, don't forget that. Like we had a first round running back that we drafted in the first round. We don't do first round running backs. We had a first round running back at that time. You know what I mean? Like one of the ones you take in the first round. So it's like to see him even be able to carve out a role, even be able to emerge to the point where we're like, it was debates of who should be RB1 at times, realistically, right? That is a true testament to Jalen Warren, man. And like I said, for me, man, I'm super hyped to see him, man. I'm like, yo, shout out to you, man, going to get that bag, man, changing your life, man. He's one of the good guys, too. You talk about on and off the field, man. He's definitely one of those ones that does it the right way.
I love that. And you know what else, too, is, again, Steelers taking care of people early. Yeah. Don't let it become a thing. Just get it in there, behind the scenes. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We appreciate you. We love whatever you say. I don't know. And sign it and send them back out to practice. Just get it done. Just get it done. So, yeah, I love it. I love it.
And shout out to Rod Dollars also, man, adding the fact that he was at Oklahoma State. That was the one he went to before. I was like, yeah, I knew it was another school in there. I was saying he was a 4 different school guy, man. Got it all the way out the mud. Yeah, shout out to him, though, man.
And shout out to him. He just is who he is. I will say something, though, that surprised me about the Steelers roster.
Oh, talk to me now.
So, okay. I'm like, change, Pittsburgh, evolve. And everybody just knew they were going to keep, what is his name, Johnston. Because we paid him, because of the money, because of this. And in my mind, too, I was like, of course we are, because that's what we do, right? We're not going to take risks. We're not going to take chances. And then they released him. And I was like, are we the organization that's going to start doing things? I don't think. So that I was impressed. I loved the move. I felt like they made the right decision. I just didn't know if they had the courage to make the decision.
And so I don't know. What do you think? I was excited. I'm excited about a punter. Okay, I have to be. I'm a Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Steelers fan. Okay, we care
Hey,
about
look.
punters,
You're
special
not
teams,
the
field
only
goal kickers,
one. All
long
right.
snappers over here.
Look. You're not the only one. It's people in the chat, okay, that are constantly hollering about this punt competition, this whole time. They couldn't wait to talk about this punt competition. All right. So y'all are getting it. All right. Y'all are happy now. You're getting punt competition. We're talking about the final result of the punt competition. All right.
Yes.
Shout out to the punters of the world. Specialists
Yes.
matter when they only matter. But other than that, they don't matter unless they really matter.
And
And that's only when we need them to kick. And if they miss it, then they don't matter anymore.
Come
Yep.
on. If you're a Steelers
Yep.
fan, we care. We have to care about
Oh,
the
no,
long
we gotta know.
snappers. We have to
Yes.
care about the punters. We have to care
You
about the
better
field goal
talk about it.
kickers.
You
We have to
better.
care about the kickoff. Like we have to. Okay.
We know
Like,
ours. We know them all by name.
yes.
Some
Our
places you
margin
be like,
for
who's your long
error.
snapper? I don't know that guy.
Our margin for error is like we need those guys. Like we just got to check them. Okay, this offense now,
Yeah.
but this defense and these special teams, like we have to know those guys.
Hey, facts on that. So for me, I looked at it like this. I like the move as long as it continues to play out the way that it is. And what I mean is this: with Johnston and Waitman, both punted extremely well this preseason. So if everything is even, my approach was different because I was privy to the Coach Tomlin actually face-to-face convo when he told me back when I was going through this process, if it's ever even or close production-wise between you and a younger player, I'm going to go with the younger player because he's cheaper. And that was right when I had just signed my new contract. I was hyping. He's like, yo, this is what it is. And this is how it's always going to be. So just know that that's how I do business. So when I'm looking at Cam Johnston and I'm looking at, Corliss Waitman, and I'm like, okay, he has the nicer contract, but still not a ton more guaranteed money left in it. And these dudes punting wise are close. It's not like one is, blowing the other out the water. Like it's legitimately close. Like, yeah, this is where Coach Tomlin typically has told me face to face, verbatim. Hey, if it's close, I'm going with the cheaper, younger option. So that part necessarily didn't surprise me. What did surprise me is this, though. The track records. You look at Corliss Waitman's body of work. Last year, we're going to point and say was his best season professionally, right? And we know even how that came about. It was hop on the moving train, let's go.
Yeah.
Cam Johnston, you look at him professionally, he just has a higher, longer, more secure track record. So typically when we're talking specialists, that's the way that you would go, right? And that's why it's like, man, we could watch, was it Ben Sauls this preseason hitting from 50 and 55, and none of us over here hollering about we should keep him over Chris Boswell. Why? Because we've seen Bos how many times do it in stadium when it matters the most, when all the pressure's on there. We're like, I don't care how he could have hit from 65. Heck, it could have been the kid from Jacksonville hit from 70. I do not care until he does it in the regular season. Save it. That's typically how you handle specialists. So that's the only part for me that I'm a little bit more on the wait and see, because this is that. It's like, man, we feel good about it in this moment. It's exciting in this moment. But when it's week 6 and it's clutch, or it's week 10 and it's clutch, we've seen Cam Johnston through his tenure professionally deliver in all of those moments. That's the thing that with Corliss Waitman, we'll just have to find out. And I like the fact that if the Steelers continue to say what they have been saying since I was there, we don't live in our fears. So if we're not going to live in our fears, let's literally walk that out then. If you feel like waiting is the better option, if you feel like this gives you a little bit more financial freedom to maybe go get another player, wide receiver potentially, well, let's go ahead and make this move. Don't make the move and be hesitant on it. Like if you're going to do it. And that's the part that I'm like, you know what? I respect that part for them, but I'm taking more of a like, all right, I got to see this one play out because I didn't see a lot of people hollering about Ben Sauls. It was like, yo, give me Ben Sauls. It's like, yo, he hit from 58, 55. Center cut. It looked good. Nobody said that at all. That punting situation was like, hey, bro, what's up, Waitman, man? What's up with that? Like, all right. So that's the thing. I'm just like, I want to see it. Now, hopefully for the young guy, though, he can live up to it, because I think that's one of the best feelings when you are that player that not everybody knows about. And you get that opportunity and people are kind of questioning it because there's some more veteran options out there or things like that, but you just slowly change their mind 1 week at a time. You slowly build their confidence, because I was also here when Boz had to do that. It was true. It was Sean Sweesham gets hurt. It was I forgot my man Garrett's last name, but then he came and kicked for a little bit. Then it was my man from Jacksonville, right? Scobie. And then after that, that's when we called up Boz, and it's like, who is this kid that's been cut multiple times out of Rice that no one knows about? And then it was like, okay, you're hitting. Okay, you hit another one. And then it was another one. And then before you know, we look at him, it's like, okay, we started to build confidence. What's your name again? Oh, you're Chris? Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Chris. You know what? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Shoot, 2 years in, we start calling him Wizard of Oz, right?
Right.
You hit enough of them, and now you look at who he is now, and it's like, man, you're about to go down potentially as the Steelers' all-time scorer, in terms of points scored and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that it's like, it is cool to see these moments where, hey, there isn't a lot of proven track record, long-term stuff, but let's see what this kid can do. Let's see, can he be that guy? The same way nobody knew when TJ Watt was drafted here. He was going to go over and have 100+ sacks in his first, 9 seasons, 8 seasons. Nobody, you might have thought he was going to be good. You might have thought he was going to make a Pro Bowl, be an All-Pro. Nobody said, hey, he's going to have Debo's record shattered within 8 seasons. You're like, get out of here, bro. Stop lying to yourself. Yeah. But that's the beauty of allowing guys to play. And that's why it's like, let dudes develop. Let dudes, show that they can. Or maybe show that they can't, but give them the opportunity nonetheless.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah. I think the other thing is too. So first of all, I need to warn the chat. Okay, what we're going to start doing on Tuesdays is we're going to have a session. It's like ask us anything. Okay, and whenever Moats tells you to type the questions in the chat, you will be able to type the questions in the chat. It is ask either one of us these questions. This is a warning because I can see the chat. So I'm just saying it ahead of time.
Just that we will, a little PG. Just a little PG.
Yeah, we will bring you all into the conversation. Yeah. Okay. You can ask us anything. This is the warning. Okay. I wanted to throw out the warning. The other thing I wanted to say is, what do you think about the 4 quarterback situation? What do you think about us carrying 4 quarterbacks?
Yeah. So I thought that was a 2-part thing. A testament to how well Skylar Thompson played and them just feeling really good about Will Howard and not wanting to risk anything going on with that.
Okay.
You don't practice squad. You don't cut a Will Howard at that time frame, even though he hadn't taken a snap in the preseason, right? You don't cut that. You still want to keep it around. You still want to let it practice, be in the organization, go to the meetings and stuff like that. And, if you put it on practice squad, somebody for sure would sign him, would pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I thought that was why his spot was guaranteed. And obviously we're seeing the injury reserve thing they're going to do with him that will essentially free up that spot. So now they can go sign somebody else. But when I looked at the other part with Skylar Thompson, I thought, people can feel how they feel. This is just how I feel. Skylar Thompson outplayed Mason Rudolph this preseason.
He did.
When you outplay a guy, you outplay a guy. If it's competition, it's competition. And I thought the money side is the reason why they kept all 4 of them as well, because you got the guaranteed money in Mason. It's not a crazy amount, but it's enough. So you keep him around. But Skylar showed that, hey, he belongs in this roster. You feel confident you can win games with him. So that was my, initial reaction to it. Obviously, I think that's going to change once they put Will on injured reserve officially. Then it'll go back to that 3 quarterback set.
Okay.
But regardless of who is out there, if it's not Aaron Rodgers, I don't feel good about the situation. That's just me. It's like, man, I like how Mason played in the preseason. I like how Skylar Thompson played in this preseason. But I don't want to see either one of them in the regular season personally. I want to see Aaron Rodgers every single game for the whole game unless it's blowout garbage time. And now you can throw all them little tosses to the boundary that you want, Arthur Smith.
No.
Every toss you want. No. When it's Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, Skylar Thompson, garbage time, we're up 3-4 scores and it's 2 minutes left in the game. Call the toss. Call it jet sweep for old Matt Canada's sake too. All right, while we at it. All right, just call all the plays that we don't really want to ever see. Just run them during that time of the game. It's kind of like the UNC TCU game last night. It got super late. He's like, you know what? Let the dog get on the broadcast. Put the dog in the headset. You get weird. You start doing all the weird stuff. I'm cool with all of that then. But me personally, I want to see Aaron Rodgers. That's the guy. That's the guy for me. I don't personally have a hard stance on what QB2 versus QB3 looks like, because it's like, neither one of them should ever be on that field if Aaron Rodgers is doing what he's supposed to do. If he's healthy and he's playing to the level I think he's capable of, those guys should become the most popular clipboard guys. Have your clipboard, which you're a visor guy, you're a regular hat guy. You know what I mean? You're a headset dude. You put that's all I want to see from you guys. I don't want to see them out there personally. I want to see Rodgers.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him. So we know he's there. We know he's there. We know he's there. We have an offensive line, we think. We have, like, can I just say something? Like, and I know, small plug, on Thursday at the end of Arthur Mote's show, I will make a guest appearance for the live show on Thursday.
Not the end of the show. You were part of the show. All right, you were part of the show.
I will close this out. Yeah. But it's kind of funny because I was sitting back and I was thinking, I'm like, we haven't seen any of these guys. Like, it's so funny how we've like talked about them and we've like, and then this and then I got to thinking like last night, because last night randomly, and I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, we haven't seen any of the guys that we're about to see play on Sunday. I haven't seen Aaron Rodgers. I haven't seen Watt. I haven't seen Hayward. Is Hayward still in a contract dispute? I made a whole video, and I didn't even acknowledge that he was in a contract dispute. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, what are we doing?
Tanisha, I was over here laughing. I'm like, they named the team captains. I'm like, hey, in the middle of a dispute right now.
It's like we're not even serious.
I was like, so is everything good then? Are we fine? We just he's the captain. I just out the blue. I was like, all right, bro. I don't know what's going on no more. I don't know. I was happy though. I was like, shout out to Cam. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm like, and so I'm like, there's just so many things happening where I'm like, we haven't seen probably 15 of our 22 starters, so there's that.
Yeah.
We have a guy that's in a contract dispute that is now like, he's a captain. So is he in a contract dispute? Like, I don't know what's going on there. And then I'm like, isn't Boz in a contract dispute too?
I see you been paying attention. She said, "Hey, Bob, that's the way they've been trying to keep on the hush hush." I'm like, "That's hard."
I'm like, what is happening? So I'm like, I think they're playing on week 1. No one has said anything else. So, anyways, this is just so weird. I'm like, this is like blind trust, right? Like the only thing we've honestly seen is our offensive line. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. I don't think I've seen Patrick Queen longer than 2 seconds walking across the screen on TV.
Yeah. It's like and think about this, right? They gave us the 6 plays in that Panthers preseason game where all of us said the same thing. Do not get hurt. We don't care what happens out here. Do not get hurt. And then we obviously Derek Carmen get hurt. We're just like, yo, this is what we was talking about. This is the second way we want y'all to be out. If we was gonna play the guys, put them in the second game, not the third game. Everybody knows this thing, man. So I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with
you. So here we are, like week 1. Here comes the Steelers team. Bunch of guys we haven't seen do anything in the preseason, so we have nothing to go off of, and we're gonna win. How about that? And we're gonna win because we're better than you.
It is that simple. It is that simple. And look, and I'm hyped though, because obviously we're gonna break down, we're gonna deep dive into that game on Thursday. Well, I can't wait. See, I'll make sure I'll be on that Thursday stream as well. All right. But I say all you Tanisha fans over here, because a lot of my channel has become Tanisha fans. This is what I'm learning. All right. So for all you Tanisha fans, she gonna be on the stream on Thursday. All right. Thursday, we're gonna talk some of that talk, especially on the back end of it. All right. So make sure y'all tap in. But yes. But yeah, when I seen that team captain, I was so confused. I was like, man, I hope that this means that everything is good then, and everybody is at peace, and we're just act like the contract situation never happened. I guess.
Yeah. Did we extend? Was that all a ruse? He just didn't want to practice.
Right. I'm like, what? I was so confused. And is it over? I mean, again, it's like, I call it the Steelers rabbit hole, where it's just like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see game 1. Like, I think he's going to be out there. He's a freaking captain. Right. The funny thing is this, though, of all the known contract disputes and holdings that we had going on, I felt like Jalen Warren was the pop-up payment. Nobody even was talking about that. We're like, he signed his tender. He won't trip it. He actually played the preseason games. He for sure won't trip it. I see y'all give him some money, though. I'm like,
yeah. I have no idea what's going on. So, yeah, I mean, the other thing too, I'm really excited for this game is just seeing how all the guys look, all the pieces. Because I don't remember an off season where so many important important pieces, like everybody's important. Okay, everyone's loved, everyone is special, all the things. But we have a new quarterback. We have a new wide receiver. We have a new,
Mhm.
What, 5 different positions where it's like,
New.
knew this, knew this, knew that, knew
Yes.
this. And so I'm fascinated. Like, I am actually fascinated just to see, like, what does this look like? How many times am I going to be looking at the screen and go, well, if you would have played in the preseason, you could have figured that out. Like, how many times is that going to happen? Over, under, probably 5 is probably my number.
Hey, look, as long as they end it with the win, that's all that matters. As long as they end it with a win. All right. It's
I
gonna
mean, you're
happen.
not wrong.
As
You're
long as
not
they
wrong.
win the win. Just get the dub.
You're
Just
not
get the
wrong.
dub.
So then
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
All right, let's do it.
As you are entering into the first game of, do you remember what it felt like to be a rookie, first of all?
Mm.
And if you don't remember what it felt like being a rookie, what does it feel like as a more seniored guy
Ooh,
first week?
okay.
Like, what
Okay.
is first week? What is the, like, because I feel like it probably on some level starts to get serious
Yeah.
where you're like, all right, this is like game week. And what is that like for you? Like, how do you temper your expectations? How do you deal with your emotions? Do you sleep at night? Do you like,
Ooh.
how are you like getting through
Okay.
the week to get ready for game day?
Okay. Well, shout out. Yeah, I actually do remember my rookie game day week 1. Remember it very vividly, man. We're playing the Miami Dolphins. Oh, Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown back when they were doing
Ah,
when they first introduced the Wildcat. Yeah,
yeah,
they were like
okay,
the
okay.
only ones running it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But for me, man, I just remember I never could sleep before a game. I'm always super excited, never nervous. It's just I'm hype. Like I can't wait to perform. I can't wait to show everybody what I've been working on, what I got, and what I'm finna do today. So that's like, it didn't matter if that was year 1, even going into year 9 in a preseason game. I'm over here, remember in New Orleans in the hotel, like, yeah, it's about 4 a.m. now. Eventually, I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna go to sleep. But you just wait till I drop this cat on his head. Oh my God, it's gonna be gorgeous. Like,
Okay. I
so
like it.
that was kind of the approach, but I remember though being in that locker room though, that first year, that first game, and you're going through everything, and it's like you're just triple checking, overthinking things because you're excited, but you also know this is a big opportunity
Mhm.
because now there's no longer preseason. These are the guys that you've dreamed of. These are the guys you watch. These are the guys you played with on the video game, right? I remember having to create myself up until I got drafted. Then it's like, oh,
Interesting.
you don't got to create yourself no more. But now it's like, hey, I remember when Ronnie Williams or Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown were running that. I remember heck watching these dudes in college. So now it's like, man, to get out there, heck, I almost pulled my hamstring stretching because I was so excited. Like that's the type of stuff that happens. Like you're over here just so amped up, like, yo, I'm gonna stretch and I'm gonna show you how flexible I am. I could do a split. Bam. You like, bro, you're wilding right now, man. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And it's like, man,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm fast, but let me show you how fast I am when I run out this tunnel for the warm-ups. Oh, it's like that type of stuff. So you really have to like lock in to get that in order.
Okay.
And yeah, it probably took about a month to get that all the way figured out because yeah, you're just so excited. It's just like, oh my God, I'm living my dream. And every stadium is new. Every opponent is new. Right. So that week 1 as a rookie feels really different than comparison to 2015, 2016 time frame where now I'm 6-7 years in contract, lot more production, a lot more, validated in who I am. And now it's more so, what we are trying to accomplish.
Right.
And now that mindset is literally, yo, we got personal goals, we got team goals. Me personally, I was never big on, hey, I want to be Pro Bowl, all pro when I come and see like those are my personal goals. Nah, mine was, man, I'm going to be the starter on this defense, but whatever it takes for this team to win is the goal. And I want us to win a championship. So that was always like mindset. So it's like, we can't afford to lose games. We can't afford to drop anything. So that was more so the mindset coming into those games, those week 1 games, when you're 6-7 years in. It's like, man, I'm so detailed. I know what everybody around me is doing. I know what we want the offense to be doing in terms of schematically. These are some of the things they're going to be trying to do to help us out. We're going to try to do the things to help them out. But we also know that, hey, we can't do anything like this. And those are all the things that you're aware of. Whereas, like I said, when you're a rookie, oh, I'm just excited. I'm in La La Land. Oh my God. Look, there's so many fans out here. Oh my God. Was that a 52 Bills jersey? Oh, that's my people. All right, never mind. I thought it was another fan. I thought it was regular. Is that a regular person? Oh my God, I got a fan. Oh my God. Yeah. way different. Hold on, let me look at my cleats real quick. Oh, you see my cleats? These my new cleats right here. These my new cleats right here. Hey, where is the cameraman at? Because if they don't get a picture of me, nobody's gonna believe that I played in the NFL if I get cut tomorrow. All right, so somebody take a picture of me. Can y'all please take a picture of me? I know I'm on kickoff. I'm the R5. I just learned what that was about 4 weeks ago. Please take a picture of me. That's big difference. Big difference. Big difference. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? How at what point do rookies kind of come down off of the rookiness? If that makes sense. Like at what point do you kind of
call it
say,
like the rookie high? So it's different for some people, right? So we all go through it, but we all express it differently. When you're the first rounder, I was there with CJ Spill. He was the 9th overall pick. CJ couldn't have the same type of expressions that I had because as the 9th overall pick in Buffalo, he was viewed as, you're Marshawn Lynch's replacement. You're supposed to take over Fred Jackson's spot. We need you to be excitement. The same thing we saw you doing at Clemson, we expect that today. So his professionalism was way ahead of mine in August and July and June. Like, I mean, watching how he conducted himself, even how he dressed, it's like, you're in 3-piece suits. Like, I was still the dude just pulling up in the Bills like team stuff because I'm coming from college where we wear the team sweats, baby. Yeah, and they got to tell you, hey, bro, put a suit on. I'm like, I don't have a suit. I brought my uncle's suit for the awards. You know what I mean? For the award ceremony. Like, what we tell you, bro? We won't do all that suit stuff. So it was like just that part for the earlier guys that have higher expectations to play early. They don't get that luxury. For the rest of us, though, that aren't first rounders, I remember sitting there with my 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th round pick. We all living like, bro, this is nuts. This is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy, bro. What? We out here. Oh my God. Hey. Do the handshake. Bro, do it by the camera. Like, yeah. But I will say it probably starts to go away. If you're playing because like for me, I played a good amount, right? I played a good amount, man, starting at my rookie year. By week 3, I'm in the rotation. I'm the 3rd down pass rush guy. So probably I would say by week 10, it didn't wear off. It was just starting to become a little bit more familiar. But I also have to remind you that was also around the time when I played the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings, Brett Favre. I had the big hit. And I remember talking to my rookie teammate, who was my college teammate at the time, Mike Carlson, in warmups, and we're giddy as heck watching Brett Favre warm up. Oh my God, he has gray hair. Oh my God, look at Brett Favre throw the ball. Oh my God, it's Brett Favre. Hey, what if you get a sack? No, man, that's Brett Favre. You don't hit Brett Favre. That's Brett Favre. Are you crazy? Like all of those moments. And this is week 10. And I had one of my best games in that game, one of my career like moments in that game. But it was like still, I remember as a giddy, like I'm still taking logo pictures. And what I mean is this: anybody that's been a part of it knows what I mean. When you get out there 2 hours before everybody else shows up, you go to the center of the logo and I'm taking selfies. I can show you 30, 40 different selfies of every stadium I'm here, guys. I'm here because if I don't take a picture, you're not going to believe I really did this. So like, I'm really living out my dream. I'm really so it never went away that first year until like the season was done. And then it was like, you're breathing like, oh my God, did that just happen? Because it's so fast. It's just, but you don't even get a chance to realize that you're living it because it's like, it's so cutthroat at the same time. You're seeing some of your best friends, some of the guys you've really got out the mud with getting cut. You're seeing dudes get hurt. You're getting talked to certain ways. And it's like, whoa, like mentally, it's a lot that you're processing through, right? So you really don't feel like you can breathe until about that first off season, because you got to remember, even preseason wise or leading up to it, you had the draft process, you had the combines, you had also, it was like that first year is a whirlwind.
Yeah.
But once you get back to year 2, that's when usually it's like, all right, dude, you belong. Once you feel like you belong, all that goes away. And now it's like, bro, I got to do these dudes bad because if I don't, I'm not going to get paid and they're going to replace me. And that's when it starts to hit. And then once that switch hits, like it never really turns off. And now it's like, it doesn't matter if it was a new stadium, new team, or, oh man, I really love this player. Man, you get that killer mode. Once it, like I said, once it turns on, it never goes away. Even now you watching, you like, oh, he nice. I do him dirty though. And that's probably what a lot of like old athletes, like why they talk, you like, because you can't turn that switch off, man.
Yeah.
Once you've done it enough, and if you've done it enough and you can play long enough, it's like, yo, I've whooped more people than I've been whooped. So it's like, even if a fan says something, it's like, bro, I whoop more people than I've been whooped. So it's like, the people that have got me at that level are greats. You don't shame that. No, you look at everybody's like, bro, I've done a lot of people dirty. So that's the part where you never lose that confidence because you've won so much. And that's always the challenge when you get on this mic. It's like, man, that is not this. You still got to, be able to separate the two, so to speak, man. But the confidence is always there, man. And that's the part that, like I said, helps kind of take that rookie feeling away, is that confidence of, man, I belong here. And now I want to prove that I'm just as good or better than those guys.
I love that, because it's funny, because I feel like as fans, like, we just have expectations that everyone's going to go out there and be amazing, like from go, right? Because you do this, you get paid millions, you do all the reasons why we think they're going to go out there.
Yeah.
And again, they're people. It's like, I will be that, but hold on, I need to get this picture real fast. Hold on, I need to do this thing real fast. Hold on. And it's like, and I always tell people, like, I enjoy watching athletes be athletes when they can be athletes. And what I mean by that is, like, yes, you're going to go out there on the field, you're going to do the thing, but like, everything kind of before that is exciting. Anytime I went to games, I always remember sitting in the stands and just watching the guys be guys. And watching their progression, their warm up, watching the guys who were goofy, the guys that were locked in, the guys that were serious, the guy, because you do. There's like different.
Everybody got their different walls.
Everybody has their own things.
Everybody got their different
things. And it's like, but that's the beauty of it, because it's like then you get to kind of see them transforming, right? Because they come out and they're not wearing anything, and then you come back out. Now you're with the team. Now you're in uniform. So it's like, how have you changed from that moment to this moment? And then now you come all the way back out as a team, and then some guys won't play, but they're still on the sidelines. And so what does that look like? And some guy goes down because his shoe comes off, and some guy has to run in, and that guy was the guy you saw being goofy on the sideline, and so he like has to run in his oh crap moment, and he's in there. And so I just think that those are like those little things that it's like you never think about as a fan, because again, that's your dream. You've been playing football for forever. So for you, you're like this. And I'm sitting there going, can we just tackle? Can we just tackle? Like, and the dreaded, like, not dreaded, but when the ball's on the ground and you're at home and you're like, get the ball, get the ball. And then someone's trying to get the ball. So anyways, it's interesting to hear from your perspective, though, of like, I'm locked in, but you're one. I'm kind of like, ooh, this is pretty.
Because it's like, so check it out, because it's like this mix of, everything that you're supposed to know about this game because of the preparation,
right?
But in that moment, because it's so like you've dreamed of this thing for 21. Because I was 22 when I had my first NFL game, right? Actually, it might have been 21. Excuse me. And it's like, man, you dreamed your whole life for this moment. And that was my first time actually being in an NFL stadium on game day. Prior to that, my first NFL stadium was Indianapolis Colts at the combine running my 40. Like, other than that, I had never seen one in person. So it's like, oh, wow, this is nuts. Right. So you take all of that in. But then the beauty is this, just like everything that has led you to this moment as athletes, right? So you hear me talking about all the excitement, all of the, oh my God, like the fanning out, right? Pre-snap, not pre-snap, but everything pre-game, right? Everything is like, oh my God, just a kid. Like, I might as well be in La La Land, right?
Yeah.
But then as soon as that coin flip happens, that's when the switch hits. And it changes. And that's why you can have these plays against, legendary players, even when you're young, because it's like, I don't care who you are once that game starts. I'll do my daddy, my mom, my folks, like anybody can get it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just how I took the game. And my peoples do that. And that was why they loved, how I played it. And that was why I was able to make it where I made it to. But that for sure is like, oh yeah, dudes, man, when you out there on that game during that time frame, oh yeah, it didn't matter who you were putting out there. Man, this dude's be like, man, I knocked my grandma out. She out here on this phone. I don't care about nothing. I'm like, shoot, I've been stumping her out with you. That's what you do.
That's what I do to win. Let's take care of it.
It is what it is. Like, all right, you know what it is. You know what I mean? So that's the funniest thing, though, because it's like you will see dudes do that. And then when the game ends, some dudes, the switch hits back. For me, I never had that approach. Once the game was over, I'm hot usually. Like, if we lost, I'm pissed. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I remember Ray Lewis pregame, super hype. I want to talk to him. That was like my favorite player growing up. We lose to them. He ends up having a forced fumble, strip sack, and then not strip sack, it was a forced fumble. He recovers it. They end up kicking a field goal to win in overtime, my rookie year in Buffalo. And it made us go 0-4 at the time, if I remember correctly. But I had my sack and everything. I'm like hype. And I was like, yo, I want to talk to Ray. I'm going to meet Ray. Man, that play happened. I remember being so pissed with Ray at the end of the game. I jogged smooth past me. I'm beeline, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But you see other guys, it's like, man,
they're like, Ray.
Dudes ask for autographs, like, hey, Ray, man, take pictures with me. Like, oh, right. Like, no, I'm cool, bro. Yeah. So, like, that was me personally, though. But everybody's different. Some dudes, like you said, man, pregame, they crazy, amped up, they jump in the rail. You look at me pregame, I'm kind of chill. Yeah. It's like, because I know how excited I am. I know how, like, I'm ready to go nuts. And if I don't keep it as reserved and as chill and as just non-interested, I'm just cool. Hey, let's go. We're gonna get the work detail, fine. But we cool. We ain't tripping. I don't know that yelling, baby. Just talk to me. Look me in the eyes. You cool? All right, let's do it. You know what we gotta do today. That's me. Because it's like, if I get amped, it's gonna be crazy. Like, because I can't pull it.
You might pull that hamstring and
yeah. I'm telling you, like, and that's the other part that sucks, is because it's like, you know, NFL wise, it's different than college and high school, where you got backups, you got depth. You can't get hurt on game days, man. Like, that's the severity of it. That's why when dudes get hurt, it's like such a big deal. It's like, man, if a special team guy gets hurt, it's like, bro, do you know what that does to the rest of this roster? Who do I have to call from this position to play here now? Right? Because Miles Killebrew was our special team guy, right? Imagine if Miles Killebrew 20 minutes before kickoff pulls his hand because he's stretching. And now we like, oh, okay, well, who's the guy we're going to now? Because we already turned in the roster. We already know who's active, who's not active. We can't change any of that now. It's like, ooh, how does work today? That's the part. So that's why it's like injury reports matter so much, because like, yo, you got to be able to go, man. Otherwise, one injury at the wrong spot can kill everything you're trying to do. Yeah, and that was the thing that I never realized prior to the pros, because you never have to account for it because your roster's so big. And that's why I was saying, like, you never have to worry about special teams depth. There was times as starters where it's like, yo, that special team guy gets hurt, you're going to be starting on defense and on special teams. You like, hey, bro, hey, we in the regular season now. This ain't preseason. We ain't got time for that. Heck no. You know what that tackle is? Hey, you know who's running this football? I ain't got time to go cover this kick and go try to tackle this dude next play. Heck no, man. Hey, get him out there.
That's a lot. Yeah, I remember. Who was it? He used to play for the Texans for Houston. He was a running back, but he made his mark on special teams and then transitioned to being the running back. But then at the time, they never replaced him on special teams. Yeah, he was doing both. You know, and so it was like at one moment, people are like, how do you expect him to be though in the fourth quarter? Like he's got a lot going on. Man.
And that's the thing. And it's like, you'll be looking on the other side. It's like, well, that dude ain't having to play that special team. So he's just playing just his own spot. So that's the thing where that's the nuanced stuff that when we talk about at this level, it's like, it's so much of just little things that can happen in a game that determine or dictate why you win versus just the simple part of, oh, our team is better than that team.
Right. Yeah.
That don't matter. It's like, if that was the case, it'd be way different. Yeah. That is not the case. It's like, it's so much just, it's about 100 little micro things that take place in these games that, you know, have the impact on the outcome. And then we usually highlight 5 to 6 plays that we say these were the biggest and most impactful. But it's like, all of these plays be mattering. All these little things happen. And that's the thing that we love about football and why we appreciate it so much, because you could play 99 plays right and one play go wrong, and that's the difference of you winning and losing the game. Like, that's the beauty of it. And we like it on defense because it puts a little more pressure on us as well. So shout out. Shout out.
If anybody has any questions, put your questions in the chat. I will start them. I starred one. Can you see the starred question in the back?
I can't see the start question. Absolutely. I didn't know if you wanted. I didn't know if you was going to pop it onto the. Can you put it on or no? Let's see. I definitely saw you star it. I was like, I ain't know.
Wait, can I actually put it on though?
Yeah.
Let's see. Did it work?
I do see it from Michael Starks. Look at you over there quarterbacking this thing, man. All right, yeah. I see you.
What is it? Did Aaron Rodgers really need to play preseason games if he is practicing with the receivers and joint practices and at training camp? Can't he develop a rhythm there? That's a you question. I'm not sure about that.
All right. So you can develop a rhythm. Is it going to be game like rhythm? No. And the difference is this: practice the flow, right? In terms of, we break everything down, right? Regardless if you're doing joint practice or individual practice. So we're going to say, hey, we're doing 1st and 10 right now. So you're going to get 10 plays in a row of 1st and 10. Then you might get, we're going to do some goal line stuff. We're going to do some situational ball. So it's like chopped up, it's bounced around. So that way we can isolate and just hit this particular thing. But the rhythmic part that people refer to comes from game flow. How you are on 1st down. Okay, now you done ran this deep route. All right, now 2nd down. Okay, cool. We got to rotate this dude to that guy. Okay, they're playing this type of coverage versus you. How is this playing? All right, cool. And it's just the repetition of it. So yes, practice gives you one version of it, but no different than when we talk about summer conditioning. I can show you, I can run, 40, 50, 100-yard sprints, at 12 seconds or less and all these things. And it's great. And then you put them football pads on and you start playing the actual game. And it's like, okay, that 1st down, you had to chase 30 yards this way. 2nd down, it was only 5 yards that way. Oh, but 3rd down, now it was 40 yards this way. And then you had to cover this kick. Oh, but you only got 20 seconds in between. Hey, your head's hurting a little bit right here. Your shoulder's a little bit sore too. Hey, they're going to hurry up offense. So now you mentally don't feel like you have as much time in between.
Fair.
Those are the things that you can't account for in practice. And that's why we say, like, you can just tell a guy that practices a lot versus a guy that plays in the games. The guys that have been in those games, their ability to have moxie, their ability to deliver, their ability to make routine things happen routinely, that's from in game, feeling that pressure on you. You don't have pressure like that in practice. There is pressure in practice, but it's not even a third of what that pressure feels like in the game.
And no one can hit you. Like,
well, not even that, because I mean, there's times where we will hit in practice, right? Especially with Coach Tomlin, right?
The quarterback, though.
Oh no, not the quarterback, but in terms of like the rhythm part, though, right? But it's like,
got it. Okay.
But think of it like this: it's like you go through these reps, and when you can drop this pass, and the worst thing that's going to happen is coach is going to look at you. We're going to put it on film. Somebody might heckle you going back to the huddle, but that's it. It has no bearing on if we win or lose today. No bearing on the season. No bearing on your contract. No bearing on anything. That removes all the pressure. We can say what we want, but it removes all the pressure. Practice like you're playing in the game. That's cool, but it's not the game. It removes the pressure. It's kind of like sparring. You're sparring. Hey, you look good. Pop, pop, pop. You hitting bags. Well, you look good. You airbot. Like, Tanisha, I can show you. You look like an MMA champion if I show you how to shadow box. All right, you gonna look tap, tap, tap. Yeah. That is very different than you actually getting in the ring with somebody that's gonna be hitting you back, right? How do you feel? How you respond to that? And that's the rhythm. So when we're talking about rhythm, it's not just, hey, all right, when he runs 3 yards, I run 3 yards. This is that. It's also, hey, when that defender is on your back hip, I'm putting that ball in your top left shoulder because this is how you like it. Hey, when that defender is guarding you this way, I throw it this way versus that look because of this. And we've seen it in game happen. And that's why we're doing this. It's just hard to replicate that in practice. So that's the part. So that's why I say I do think we will have some growing pains that first month of the season. So I have a lot more grace already pre-uploaded. I just pre-uploaded. I was like, give them grace for the first month. Gotta give them the month. All right. Cause I already know it's gonna be some of this. All right. Yeah. But just have a little grace for it. And I do feel that after September, though, we will all see the difference in specific when we're talking about some of that rhythm and the continuity on offense.
Okay. Did most ever sign cleats? This is a very important question.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely, man. That was one of the cool things when you play professionally, and then I was fortunate to play along, NFL standards a long time, have some success, and people actually wanted my autograph, which was kind of cool. Yeah, I've signed cleats. I've signed a lot of stuff, man. It gets kind of crazy out there when you start signing certain things, man. But yeah, I've definitely signed some cleats. I will say this though. I thought growing up, I would feel like so cool to sign like my cleat and like somebody won it, or even like you sign your merch and it's like an auction. I thought the coolest thing, man, I'll never forget. I'm in Buffalo and it's just like 12-year-old fresh pair of Jordans. It was the Flint joints, the Flint 13s. They had just dropped. I'm like, bro, these are pressure. And my man's like, yo, I want you to sign my shoe. I'm like, I remember being so conflicted because I'm like, the sneaker had in me, Tanisha. You feel me?
He didn't know any better.
Passionate. I'm like, yo, I can't. This is a Flint 13. It just dropped, bro. What you doing? He's like, Mose, I want you to sign it. Put the 52 bills. I'm like, And I signed it, and it was like, it was such a mix of, oh my God, this is like God's here in my world. I was like, yo, you're Michael Jordan, bro. You're the man. But the sneakerhead was like, bro, what did you just do? Did you really just sign your name on that? Like, who are you? Why would you do that? You're not even cool enough to sign that shoe, bro. But you go buy the kid another pair of shoes. That's in my mind, like that was all that was going on. All right.
Oh.
But yeah. But shout out to sign autographs, though. It is very humbling when you do get a chance to do it.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that feels like.
Yeah.
Who has the bigger year 2 jump, Frazier or Wilson?
Okay. How you feeling about that, though?
That's a good question. I mean, selfishly, I want it to be Frazier. I mean, right? Like that's
we really need him.
That's like our biggest point of contention. And if you know what? I'm just going to speak that it's going to be Frazier, because listen, we need that. Okay, we have been building this line to be something, and we need these guys to continue to get better. And so I am just going to throw it out there that it's going to be Frazier. It's going to be Frazier. It's going to be Frazier. That's my answer. Now, is that logical? I don't care. Okay,
Frazier.
We need it. We
need Frazier. Come on, Frazier. But yeah, for me, as much as I would love to, go with the O-line, WU, I'm a defense. I'm a linebacker at heart, and I love Peyton Wilson's game. I love his game, and more importantly, watching how he's been improving this preseason, watching not just the effort, right? Because it's like, man, some dudes play with effort, but it's like regular season and preseason effort usually looks different. Watch Peyton Wilson, specifically that Carolina Panthers game. It looks like it's week 12 versus the Ravens. He's chasing fools down. You're like, bro, I don't need you getting hurt out here in this meaningless game, man. Like, but that's Peyton Wilson. But the other thing that, to me, the reason why I think he's going to take that bigger leap, I think he's going to have a bigger role. Last year, he was splitting almost in like a 3-way type of scenario with PQ, Landon Roberts as well. And we know that they kind of limited his role early on. I just think this go around, man, he's going to get those opportunities now to be out there a little bit more. And with that, I think you're going to truly see not just how athletic he is, but how this dude gets to the ball. This is why at NC State, man, he was like a heat-seeking missile out there, man. This dude is sideline to sideline. He is going to get you. And I just think talent-wise, he has all of that as well. The big thing is just going to be availability. Can he stay healthy? And we haven't seen anything at this level to kind of make us feel like he can't. So as long as that stays constant, I think that he's going to have that big leap, man. He's the one for sure.
And you know what's interesting is I know we're not talking about game week. My biggest concern about the Steelers team, and this is going to sound crazy, is actually the linebackers and staying healthy and staying consistent. And I think, obviously I need the offensive line to be great, obviously, but I think that I get nervous about them. I get nervous about their health. I get nervous about their consistency. And I hope Patrick Queen is better than he was last year, because I think if he's better than he was last year, I feel a little bit better. Because there was some times last year where I remember saying, "Oh my, he's so close!" Like, God, I did it! And it's like, and so I hope that he's better this year and that we see something better, because they're my like sleeper position that nobody wants to talk about because we're the Steelers, and nobody ever talks about linebackers because we're the Steelers. But they're the one group where I'm like, I need to see something that makes me say our linebacker group is better than your linebacker group.
Yeah, I like that. Now, I always want to talk linebackers. All right, so you never have. I feel like I have to like suppress my linebacker conversations and my love for the linebackers. Okay, so just know. Whenever you want to talk LBs, we got time. We always got time. But in terms of those interior dudes, though, man, I do think that PQ will be better, largely due to the conditioning part. I thought that last year, man, that first go around of, hey, you don't take these reps. Hey, you sit out. Hey, you do, the big money country club version of training camp. I thought it got to him. And I thought that was what we saw in that first month of the season. Realistically, he wasn't in the best shape, and that impacts your play. No matter how good your instincts are, your vision is, when you're tired, you're tired. It's like you watching him breathing heavy. It's like, man, I can see you. You know what I mean? And those are some of the things where it's like, no matter, what you want to accomplish what you're trying to articulate, if your body can't do it, your body can't do it. And I think that this go around, I think that he will be more prepared for that. And the cardio will reflect that. And I think better conditioning version of PQ, you're going to get a lot more production. And that's the near misses that we talked about. A near miss typically is when you, hey man, I'm fatigued, bro. Like I can get there, but I'm not as fresh. So I'm not hitting it the way I want to hit it. It's not flush. It's a little bit to the side now. Yeah. Instead of my helmet being across, it's slightly to the back. Why? Because man, I didn't run my fast over there because I was doing this and I still had to talk. I had to communicate the play. Yeah. Right? Because remember, over in Baltimore, he wasn't having to do all that.
Nope.
Hey, come back, catch your breath, big breathe, but you don't got to speak. When you got that green dot, no, you learn how to do this. All right, guys, this play. All right, we're going to call this. All right, guys. All right, 1, 2, 3. Check. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the call again? No, I said it once. I ain't got time to take it. Yeah. Boss that. Like, that's how it happens. And you're the linebacker as well.
You know, if I was making those noises right now, this entire chat would be going crazy. And I don't appreciate the fact that you can do whatever you want. You can act however you want and nobody cares. Everyone's like, oh, it's normal. This is normal. This is just normal football talk. If I was doing that, people would be like, oh my God.
That's because you get smiley face emojis and I don't. All right. So since you get they get all excited with emojis with you, I get to make all the noises I can make over here. All right. That's why. There we go. That's why.
You're giving a full demonstration. If that was me right now, we'd probably be getting banned because people would think we're doing like all the crazy things on this thing. So I just wanted to call out, shame on you, chat, for allowing this behavior.
Shout out,
and nobody said
shout out to the chat.
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh, we'll just let Most be Most. Like, he gets to make noises and they're football noises, so we'll just let him be. Like, I'm just saying.
Football noises. That's what the amount of stuff, the sounds that are made out there, some of the positions, it's just a lot. All right, it's a lot. And this, we started to learn with football. It's very popular with some of the kids. Some of the supposed to be there. Oh, pause. Is like, yo, you learn early with football, bro. We can't do this, bro.
No pause. There's no pause. We don't have time.
You just power through it because we will never get out of this thing. All right, we won't be able to do it. All right.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? Like, this is real. This is not fair. Like, I'm getting ridiculed right now in the chat. And so, anyways, I just needed to call that out because it wasn't fair. And chat, I am very disappointed in you because you're the reason. Anyways, no, but seriously, I just had to say that because I started to notice. I'm like, it's so funny. No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything. Nothing. Not one single thing was said. So, no, shout out to you and shout out to the chat for allowing him grace. It's cool. Yes. Whatever. I need that same grace. Okay.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all. All right. I appreciate y'all. It's week 1, man. It's game week. Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm hype over here. All right. I've been dreaming of this week. Oh, I've been counting down for this week. Oh, it's finally here. Oh, man. But I don't want to fast forward. I'm weird like that. All right. Yeah, I'm not in such a hurry. No. I don't want to rush it. No. Let me enjoy it. I like the build up. I'm enjoying all of it. It's like, oh, it's so exciting. I'm even looking forward to that weird little Thursday night game too. We're going to get I want to see it all. I can't wait for it. Just get it to me. Just get it to me. Yeah.
I am excited. Well, I know we need to wrap this up because this is our first episode and we just wanted to get out here and get out in front of this and do all these things. And I've already made my Jets like preview video. I've already made my Colorado preview video, my Texas video. Like I'm kind of back in my groove a little bit.
Let's go.
So yeah, I'm so excited just to like see how this goes. I cannot wait. Like I won't be able to sleep on a Saturday night. Like I'm gonna wake up and be like, how many more hours? Okay. Like
So I gotta ask then. I do gotta ask you though. All right, so I like to do these different things, right? On game, just like, all right, what food we gonna eat? All right, so Saturday we did the chips and salsa. Shout out to wifey, made a little salsa for us and everything. Fire, right? Mm-hmm. Sunday was like, I need pizza. I just wanted to have some pizza in the building. I don't know why. I just felt right? Yeah. Wings last night. What was your go-to? What was, you know what I mean? How you doing?
My go-to is Pizza Hut. Okay. My go-to is Pizza Hut, hand tossed. I prefer all pepperoni, extra cheese, olives, bell peppers. And sometimes I do half and half. Sometimes I'll do half olives and then leave the other half bell peppers. But like when I'm in my bag of like football is back, it is pizza. It is pizza. And I get cheese sticks, extra marinara sauce. Like that is my thing. That means I am in the house watching football all day and I'm eating pizza. That same pizza, I'm eating it the whole day. Like, that is my go-to. So yeah, at any moment that is
food. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is my 100% go-to. And then sometimes when I'm feeling a little bougie, there's this like steakhouse I'll go to, and I'll do the same though. I'll get like little steak strips and meals that I can eat the whole day. Because I don't leave I'm not going. Where am I going? Football's on.
Hey, I'm parked on the couch. You know where I'm at.
Exactly.
All right. I'm parked on the couch. Sun to sundown. This won't be it. All right. Y'all know this. Yeah. If you need me, catch me at halftime. But you know where I'm at. I'm right here. All right.
And the NFL's halftime is so fast. I'm like, don't even catch me at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't got a lot of time for you now. It's a quick bathroom, refill, whatever I need to refill, and hey, we back at it. All right. Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. So anyways, that's my go-to. Pizza is my go-to. It will be my kryptonite forever and always. Pizza and French fries are the key to my heart.
That is a fire combo right there. You take me back to my Circuit City lunch break days right there. Let me get a single slice pizza, some French fries, and my holler at y'all. Let me get back to work. Shout out, baby. Shout out. I like that right there. Let's go. Let's go. Well, all right then, man. This is a dope way to start the week off. Our first official week 1 game week.
We're so bad. And hey, listen, when I go back on Thursday, I will have a mic because help us. Just help me, Jesus. Help me. Okay, guide me through this time.
Technology getting all technological on us. I'm just glad that we was able to figure it out and it wasn't me. Because usually it's like a me issue. I'm like, yo, I don't know what I done. I didn't touch some set and I didn't broke it. I know I did it. I know it was on me. So I'm glad that it wasn't on me. But yeah, it's gonna work. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I just can't. But anyway, it's okay because on Thursday I'll have about 7 mics, and then one will work, and then I will have overbought and overpaid and all the things. And so that all that means to me is football is back. So.
Hey, you would rather be over prepared for the game than under prepared. We've seen teams that are under prepared. That score looks real wacky at times. You're like, hey, bro, they still scoring on y'all right now, man. Y'all might should have spent a little more time on that. All right. So yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Always good to over it. Prepare. Can't go wrong with preparation.
Can't go wrong with it. That's what I always say. Can't go wrong with it. So I love that. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Don't forget to like both of our channels. Don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. Don't forget to turn on those notification bells to both of our channels. And yeah, we're here. We are so here. We are back.
Let's go. Let's go. Super excited. So hopefully everybody enjoyed today's stream. You already heard what Tanisha said to do, so make sure y'all do that. But that'll be it for us, and we'll see y'all on Thursday. But until next time, baby. Peace.